Hey guys, hope it's going all well. Got another battle report for you guys, and I'm going to be in charge of the Lizardmen with this fat old Slann. We're up against MRW with Tyrion over here. He's going to be commanding the High Elves. So let's go have a little look, at the armies and the deployment. So I've gone for a very wide Lizman build. I've been doing this quite a lot recently, really enjoying it. And the main, idea behind this build is you go for Slann, big fat boy right here, little toad, very Lovecraftian. He's going to be floating into battle. He's quite slow, and he's just going to be bringing mass spells. So of course, he's got his own banishment, Shield of the Old Ones, Aura of Quetzal, Blood Statue of Spies. He's got all of those good things. And then also with him, Bruna's Time Warp, which is a massive, area increase to attack and speed, which is really nice. He's got another banishment, a little net to tap people down, fast protection, and all that kind of good stuff. So the idea is that he buffs up the front line, and the front line is just Saurus Warriors. However, there is a big, big chunky units of them. There's all Saurus Warriors with shields along the front lines. In the back, there is the Regiment of Renowned Legion of Shakwa. And over on the left flank, I believe, all the way down here, we do have some Saurus Spears with shields all the way chevroned up, so they're going to be very tanky. So those guys do engage, then he pops down all his buffs and hopefully helps you push through, with also some help from some banishments and other nasty spells. We do have the Umbral Tide, my absolute favourite. These are the Regiment Renowned Salamander hunting packs. I like taking them even against people who have good range, just because they have stalks, so they can't see them to get too close. Over on the very far side here, we do have a unit of Horned Ones, who, apart from looking just absolutely amazing, look at that. Imagine if that was running at you, I would definitely be running the other way. They do pack hell of a punch. I believe we do, in the far distance as well down here, have a unit of Feral Cold Ones. So let's go have a look at my opponent's army today. So he does have 3 units of Spearmen, just up front, just chilling. Then also a couple of units of Lothran Sea Guard, and then a big chunky amount of Archers in the back, 2 more units. Swordsmasters Hoeth, who are going to be really dangerous in this matchup for me. You have to use magic to try and get rid of them. These guys will tear Saurus Warriors apart. However, this front line should get munched pretty easily. And in the back, he does have 2 units of White Line of Chase in reserve, and also a large contingent here of cavalry. 2 units of Dragon Princes, very hardcore units there, and 1 unit of Illyrian Reaver Archers. He also has Tyrion on foot, which is surprising. I prefer to take him on horse, personally, just for that extra mobility. But I guess he's a bit harder to snipe. Maybe big monsters would knock him over instead of doing damage. So let's get this underway. So it was quite a rush deployment. Unfortunately, my opponent did immediately lock in, both when I joined the lobby and when I joined this. Which gives me an extra motivation, to hop in. You can kind of tell when someone locks in straight away. They're either gone for a really kind of memey army, or they already know that they're going to take like a massive defensive approach and they're just trying to kind of throw you off your game. But I'm using these trees on the way up to help cover against any range fire. These trees hopefully should block a few of the missiles. My opponent does start to swing out a couple of units of Dragon Princes to hit this more vulnerable flank. However, I still do have the gold chevron Saurus Warriors, who are pretty tanky. The Umbral Tide are anti-large. They're not going to be too good against the Dragon Princes because of their fire resistance. So I'm trying to move them over to the front line. Everything else is kind of just taking shots, but these guys are all shielded and there's quite a lot of them. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. As we can see, I managed to slip in the Feral Cold Ones round the back, but in come the Dragon Princes for a little charge here. And I'm going to be trying to counter with these Saurus Warriors with spears, and the Horned Ones are here getting ready. Now the Slann is starting to float his way out from the trees. He's trying to go over to this left side so he can drop a nice net on these Dragon Princes. So front lines are just about to engage. The Umbral Tide has moved up to get away from the Dragon Princes. But as we can see, the Slann, he's rolling in very slowly here, bobbing along as he does. It does look very cool, guy, though. He's going to be dropping a net right here on these Dragon Princes. As we see, the net does come down as the Horned Ones are engaged, plus these gold chevron Saurus Spears. They're starting to make short work of these Dragon Princes who are already broken already. Now the front line's going not too bad for me, but I'm about to drop a big little buff down here, big Bruna's Time Warp, just to increase that melee attack to 26 and make these guys real meaty monsters in combat. Dropping a shield of the Old Ones as well for that extra damage resistance, and we are going to start tearing these guys up quite nicely. The Dragon Prince unit in the back has completely shattered, and these other ones do back off to disengage. We do a banishment, go down in the background, won't do too much. It was trying to get on these archers. I suppose it did get them down about a third health, which isn't too bad. Umbral Tide are just firing at arch at the moment. They didn't have too many good targets. They did originally shoot the horses over here, and as you can see by the big pile of dead bodies, they did pretty damn good. The Horn ones are going to start chasing these Dragon Princes around, but the Spearmen, they're going to come to the front line and try and do some damage in the front. Now I'm dropping a big banishment down here by the Slann, tearing up these units, doing a ton of damage. Unfortunately though, it does start going perfectly down this big row of Saurus Warriors I have, and it's torn this unit. It's lost almost half the health on Legion of Shockwave, if not more, from where they started. And these two units here, that did a crazy amount of own fire there, bit of friendly fire, and it's really made what looked like quite a comfortable battle at this point. These units would have easily been able to overwhelm the White Lions and Swordsmasters. All of a sudden, my entire right flank has shattered by my own Slann, who is starting to sulk and swing away in this direction. So all of a sudden, that does swing the power balance a bit more even again. Still in my favour though. These Horn ones are slowly catching up to these Dragon Princes and slowly dragging them down here in the trees, pulling them down. Those Dragon Princes should probably just turn and fight. They're not going to be getting away anytime soon. Cold ones are in the back. They were trying to hop on some archers, but it looks like they've got pinned up on some spearmen, which isn't where they want to be. But at least they're being a bit of a distraction in the background, and the Umbral Tide are just firing into these Swordsmasters. Also have a blood statue of Spike coming down on them, just trying to do some real damage. However, as you can see, those three units, which did take all the damage, in fact there might have been an extra unit somewhere over here, have all completely started to break, and they're running for the hills. Luckily though, these Horn ones are taking down these Dragon Princes, and I think they're tired of running. They're just going to eventually roll over and start to die. Now Tyrion is running in, he's popped one of his buffs, trying to get on this Umbral Tide. Umbral Tide is going to be backing up, running away, and of course they do pop the shield of Old Ones here, which is helping these Saurus Warrior units, Saurus Warrior units, cut down these white lines of chase there. We do drop a net on Tyrion, just so he stops his pursuit of the Umbral Tide, and they will be turning and shooting him. Although I don't think they're going to be doing too much damage. I believe Tyrion has fire resistance. I mean, he does have a flaming sword. Yeah, he's got 45% fire resistance. Now in the back line, unfortunately, the Feral Colons have started to rampage, but they're still holding up a lot of units from this main fight. And the Horn ones have chased these Dragon Princes through to the back lines, and they're going to be hopping on these archers and just tearing them apart. They go stand no chance of survival. And then they're going to be hopping on these Lothran Seaguard, who yes do have spears, but in their current damage state aren't going to stand too much of a chance. Umbral Tide are just popping a few shots into Tyrion, who's just kind of trying to waddle forward into the main fight. Slann's turning his back on him, doesn't think Tyrion's a big enough threat to deal with. He will start to be scooting away in a second. These Saurus Warriors and Saurus Spears are slowly cleaving their way through the white lines. And on this right flank, we have managed to almost break the Swordsmasters of Hoeth over here, just with the Legion of Shakwa. Yeah, there you go, they have started to break, and these white lines of chasers won't be too far behind them. Now I do have a few rallying units just coming back here, the Saurus Warriors, these guys should be coming back. The Umbral Tide is going to be firing a few shots in, ensuring that these white lines do start to rout. And over here, Tyrion has rallied to his white lines, but they're slowly being dragged down. The Slann dropping all kinds of buffs and debuffs, what we popped there. Of protection, plus 30 armor and 27 melee defense, which is very nice to make these guys super tanky into these white lines. In the back lines, the Horned ones have been an absolute menace. They're chasing off units, keep just bouncing between units, hopping on these nice squishy archers. Also do have a unit of Saurus Warriors just popped in the back, taking down these spearmen, and in come the Horn ones, sending these guys flying, and all this back, to be honest, should probably, there they go, they'll start to rout, some of them even shatter, and they're easily going to be chased off the field by these very quick feral cold ones. Big shield of the Old Ones coming down here, looks like the white lines of chase do break there, and it is just Tyrion. However, he's super tanky, especially if he's bought his special ability, which gives him a massive heal when he gets low. And he's trying to chase down the Slann, so the Slann keeps just scootering away, and letting these Saurus, just hit Tyrion in the back as he tries to chase me down. If he was on a horse, obviously, it'd cause me a lot more problems. However, I suppose he would be a bit more susceptible to the anti-large of these Saurus Warriors with spears. So all the units in the back have been cleared up and shattered. It is just, let's see, these white lines, only 15 of them. These ones, there's 20. I doubt they're going to come back. They may do, but it is just Tyrion against the world. He's trying to escape here, trying to run and flee. As the pointy-eared princess he is, I'm going to be dropping down a net just to pin him in place. Allow these Horn ones to come charging in here just to help finish the job. And there you go, he does break there, starts the route, and it's a Pyrrhic victory for me there. Let's go have a little check of the end stats. So I have been using the Slann recently, the Slann, mainly the light one I've been using for the most point. I've been really enjoying him actually, it's really given me an extra, string to my bow. Normally I go for those kind of hardcore temple guard builds. Like when you come up against people like high elves and so forth, obviously you can't do that with all the missile play and anti-large they can bring to the field. So I'm really enjoying going with the mass Saurus warriors, using the Slann just to drop those big banishments and really pimp up this front line and turn them into kind of lawnmowers just to tear through that front line. Overall, well played to my opponent there. Unfortunately for him, his Dragon Princes, there's a lot of value in there. Managed to get net one of them down, and unfortunately they got poked down by the big spear and the Horn ones, who did absolutely fantastic this game for 126 kills. Umbral Tide, they did decent. They didn't have too many good targets this game, but 96 kills is pretty decent, especially considering they were shooting at the archers, then at the swordsmasters, and the Saurus warriors was really tore through that front line. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. YouTube's been a bit funny recently and has been taking away some of my views again, which is just frustrating. So, by leaving likes and subscribing, it does let me know, of the interest. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you on the next episode. So peace, peace.